What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel, and today we are checking out something a little different. It is a quadcopter in a Y formation. It is the awesome DRAGONFLY110. It is the 110mm brushless FPV Y copter. Quadcopter in a Y configuration. Check it out. It came as a PNP version, which I have installed the Frsky D8 receiver. Now, it is in a Y configuration, and the carbon fiber frame is measuring in at 2mm in thickness. It is a unibody Y frame on the bottom, and we have some side plates as well as a top plate which juts out into motor number 1. And all of the carbon fiber plates are measuring in at 2mm in thickness. So we have a motor number 1 stacked on top in the back, which is a clockwise rotation motor. Motor number 2, the counterclockwise. Motor number 3, clockwise. And we have motor number 4, which is a counterclockwise rotation motor. So the downdraft of motor number 1 is being spun the opposite way by motor number 4. So I'm not sure how good of a stability this quadcopter will perform as. It might be a little slidey in the back, but we'll check it out. So it's got some awesome branded motors. It is the 1105 7000 kV motors, and we are given some 2345 4-bladed props. The ESCs are the 4-in-1 BLHeli 10 amp ESCs, able to support 2 to 3S batteries, and it is the D-Shot ESCs. And the flight controller is a Omnibus F3 flight controller with built-in VTX, and it is a 48 channel 25 milliwatt VTX, and there is a single button to change the channels and the frequency, and it is integrated with Betaflight OSD. And we have a dipole antenna with a, I believe, IPX connector, which is hunkered down by a glob of glue right on top here. And the camera that we are given is a CCD camera. It is a 600 TV line 2.3mm lens camera. I'm not sure about the field of view, but I'm pretty sure it is around 150-degree field of view. So the quadcopter, or the Y copter, came out of the box just like this in a PNP version. So I had to put on my Frsky D8 receiver, and I've also put a little zip tie to hold the little antenna in place, and I've also installed the props. The props were not pre-installed, so it was a little tricky to get the props inserted onto the bottom motor, number 4 motor. So all I did was unscrew this little screw here, which is the standoff screw for the 2 arms stacked up against each other, and I was able to swing the top slightly, just enough so that I could get to the screw to screw on the bottom motor prop here on number 4. So, and once I have done that, I just screwed that one back. In the beginning, I thought I'm going to have to take out all of these screws to split it open, take off the top plate, but that wasn't necessary, so that was okay. And all I did was zip tie the battery cable, which is a JST battery cable, and that is just about it. And of course, I installed the props, and we are good to go. Bonded to my Taranis QX7S, and that was it. Now, the flight controller and the ESC, it is a combination stack that you can get from GearBest. And I found the pinout diagram on the product page here. And the double stack all-in-one system is called the ASUAV Awesome Mini All-in-One Omnibus F3 Flight Control System. And here is a diagram of the flight controller, so that was very nice. You are able to buy the whole double stack, the ESC and the flight controller with the integrated VTX as a combination, and I think it comes in at around $69. So that is pretty nice that I was able to find the pinout diagram. There is the connector for the receiver, and that was provided. So all I had to do was remove, there were 4 wires connected to that connector, and one of them was that 3.3 volt. So all I did was just remove that 1 wire, and the 3 wires left were the ground, the 5 volt, and of course the signal wire, which I have soldered onto the D8 receiver. Okay, so the Y-copter came in this box here. It is the awesome FPV Racing box. Very nice. And let me go ahead and open it up and show you the inside real quick. Foam cutout, of course. And the quadcopter was nicely nestled in that foam, so very, very nice. And there were some accessories on the side here, which contain the 4 props that I've already installed with those screws. And it was just like this, so we get an extra one. A set of 4 props as well as extra screws as well. And we are given a battery strap, which is very easy to install. You have tons of room right underneath of the ESC and the bottom plate to slide in this battery strap, which I'm going to do right now. I just took it off so that I can show you the quadcopter without the battery strap. There you go. And it also came with this little rubber band. I'm not sure what this rubber band is for. So yeah, we are already given a Velcro battery strap, so I'm not sure what this was all about. So that's just about everything that came out of the box. So let's go for a little demo flight with the awesome Dragonfly 110 Y-copter. All right, here we go. We got the Dragonfly ready to go. I got my Tyrannus QX7S. We are already bound and the quadcopter is turned on, so let's go ahead and check it out. Let me reset my timer. I have a 450 milliamp GNB battery, 2-cell. So we're going to check it out with the 2-cell battery first. There we go. All right, I did a little bit of a hover test in the house already, and it hovers pretty good. Check that out. A Y-copter. Yep, sure looks like a Dragonfly, doesn't it? Oh, check that out. It flies pretty good so far. Yeah, I just did a hover test in one spot in the hallway inside of the house. So this is my first ever flight with this Dragonfly Y-copter. And so far it's doing pretty good. Not very swingy like I've thought it was going to do. It's pretty stable.
2.
Wow. Look at that. Makes pretty good sharp turns. I'm impressed so far. Oh wow. It's got a decent amount of power too. Yeah, don't go too close to the trees over there. Let me do a little punch out. I wasn't going to even do a punch out, but let's check it out. Oh man, it kind of veers to the right as you saw there. Yeah, that's probably due to the Y formation, the stacked motors in the back. Check it out one more time. I'm going to do a full out punch out. There you go. Kind of towards the right a little bit. And I did hear a little bit of flutter on the way down. So we do have a little bit of prop wash as well. So
1.
the Dragonfly came with some pre-set PIDs, and that is what I'm running here. So what I'm going to do is just fly it around with the preset PIDs. So far, so good. Yep. So let me go ahead and flick it over to acro and see if I can do a line of sight flip. Oh yeah. It's kind of weird doing a flip. Yeah, I almost lost orientation there for a little bit. There you go. Wow. Alright. I won't do too many of those on line of sight before I crash this baby here. And it doesn't look very tough with 2mm arms.
9.
Yeah, if you
8,
do
7,
crash this thing,
6,
I'm thinking
5,
the arms are gonna
4,
break.
3,
So let's go ahead and put on some FPV goggles and test it out with another 2S battery here. So let's go ahead and bring it in for a landing. Very controllable. And I'm very surprised. Let's see if I can land it on the table there. Nice. Alright, here we go with our first FPV flight with the awesome Dragonfly, and there is a little bit of visual interference on the left side from the carbon fiber frame, as a tiny bit on the right corner as well. But let's go ahead and check it out. I got a little bit of snow there. Hopefully I don't get some interference. So let's go and check it out. I got another 450 milliamp 2-cell battery, GNB.
2,
And I had to remove myself from the grassy area because the sprinkler system is on at the moment and they're making their rounds to the station. Yeah, it's been a very dry year, so yeah, lots of sprinklers are going on to keep the grass from dying. So I'm at a remote spot here at the park. Not really a remote, but a nice little field over here with just one little brush. And so far, check it out. There's a little bit of prop wash. But so far, hey, look at that. It looks almost normal, or it feels almost normal as I'm flying it. I can't really tell the difference from a quadcopter or a Y-copter. Pretty decent. Yep.
1,
As you can see when I play with the throttle, lots of movement going on. I wonder if you can tune it so that it doesn't do that. But we'll just fly it around with the given PIDs and check it out. Let me see if I can do a little flip. A pretty stable little flip too. Okay, let me try one more.
30,
Let's see how fast the rates are. It's pretty nice. I believe the rates are set at 0.8.
20,
Look at that. Power loop. Not bad.
10, 9, 8,
Oh, throttle all the way up.
6, 5, 4,
Okay, I got a D8
3,
receiver on here, so I don't want to go too
1.
far. Yeah, it's a little bit slidey here and there, but it's not bad for a stacked configuration. Motors. Yeah, almost you can't really tell the difference while you're flying it. So that is awesome. It is awesome. Yep. Wow, I'm impressed. Not bad at all. All right, coming to that 3-minute mark. So let's go ahead and bring it in for a landing. Hey, not bad at all for a Y-copter. It flies better than some of the quadcopters. Let's go ahead and bring it in slow, nice and easy. Yep. There we go. Our first flight with the awesome UAVs, Dragonfly. Pretty nice. Okay, just got done checking out the awesome Dragonfly110, the Y-copter, and to my surprise, it flew better than I expected it to. I was using my headplate SE goggles for the FPV Tyrannus QX7S for the radio, and flew it with some GNB batteries. Line of sight, I was using some 450, and the initial FPV flight test was another 450, and a couple of free flights I was flying it with the 550 milliamp GMB batteries, and they work fantastic. I didn't even try the 3S, guys, because I don't know if it is really necessary. It flew fantastic with the 2S batteries, and being that it is a 10 amp ESCs, I'm pretty sure you are able to do it with some 3S, but I don't feel the need to do that with this quadcopter or the Y-copter. Anyways, to my surprise, it flew better than expected. I was able to do some accurate moves, some flips, some power loops, and some rolls. Just awesome. And it responded very, very accurately. So that is another thing that I found to be kind of surprising. I wasn't expecting it to make those corners and turns that tight, but there was no drifting going on, so just awesome. Just a little bit of prop wash, and I think maybe with a little bit of work you can tune the prop wash and those oscillations out. So there you have it, guys, my review and flight test of the awesome Dragonfly 110, the Y copter. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you again next time.
Bit by bit, creative imagination began to